Whoa.
There we go.
Sorry, ladies.
So first, quick introductions. This is Tina, who I don't think any of you guys have met. I'm not sure. Tina and I have known each other since we were like 5.
Oh, wow.
Must be like kindergarten, maybe first grade. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
maybe 5.
Somewhere back there. We grew up going to Sunday school together and
Right.
school, everything. And then completely lost touch, and as happens. And the awesome thing about Facebook is that we reconnected, and then the awesome thing about Beachbody is that we reconnected more. So, this, it's just the best. So she is just starting out, tiptoeing into it. Oh, there's Catherine. So we've got Julie.
Hi, Tina.
By the way, you
Hello.
look amazing, Amanda. Like,
I know. Okay. Dang,
every
girl.
picture you post on Facebook right now, like, you look like you've suddenly hit this stage in your transformation that you just look, I mean, not that you didn't look amazing before, but you look incredible. So
thanks, girl.
I just had to tell you that, because every time you post a picture,
and in Julie's footsteps, like, you guys are like Julie is here, and I'm like,
oh please, no, I don't think so.
Yes,
well, when you show those pictures of your back and how strong you are, oh my gosh, insane.
Seriously. No, I don't like to be that way, but those I'm pretty damn proud of, not gonna lie. So
you should be. You should be.
Yeah.
Catherine is on, but I'm betting that her internet sucks right now, and that's why we only see her name. And Elisa.
My internet always sucks, Pam.
I know. Sometimes we get to see your face, and sometimes we don't. And Elisa has internet, and
I don't know what the heck's going on.
So we have 2 phantom members.
I have this gremlin in my computer. Play with the video. I'm like, all right. I mean, I did just work out, but
now we know you're trying to hide the sweat.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I just worked out too. I worked out. I drank my Energize this morning and then never got my workout in. And so then I drank more Energize later because I'm pretty much addicted to this stuff. So, it is. And then I worked out. But it was my first workout since being sick, and he didn't die. So that was good.
Victories.
Because I was like, I had to modify everything, but I'm here, and oh my God, I was so sick. So, all right. So what I have done is I've gone all fancy schmancy, and I made a PowerPoint. So I am going to share my screen. Hold on. Okay, let me go to, hold on. There's too much stuff going on here. Let me find it. Here we go. Okay. All right, can you guys see the screen?
Yep.
Okay.
Good.
Our agenda. We're going to go over a few things. A lot of what we're going to do tonight is talk about some of the different things that I've been putting up in the in our Facebook page. So I just wanted to talk through some of it so that we could, be more productive with it. And then we're going to talk about the rollout because I'm sure we all need to. First is some celebration. Catherine became Emerald. Yay.
Yay!
Angie hit Success Club, which was awesome.
Double whoop whoop.
Yes. And I also just wanted to completely call out Catherine and Rusty, the way they have just paired off to take on the 3-day refresh, and they're posting on Facebook and tagging, and Catherine's got all these Instagram stories going, and it's just, I'm so impressed by just how they're doing it, and I have to laugh. And Rusty's not here, and I know she'll watch the recording. She's great about doing that, but I just I think it's like she was talking about taking a step back from coaching, and here she is like being Miss Social Media about the 3-day refresh. So, if that's her version of taking a step back, then great. I think she's just incredible that she's doing this, and that she just went in and just said, let's do this together. And she tagged Catherine in the post. And I'm really impressed by both of you guys and how
You're awesome.
So the calendar, I'm hoping that you all saw this. One of the things that some of the top coaches do, and we heard about this at NLC, is they really create these kinds of calendars for their team. And so I am going to do this monthly. If there are specific things that you want me to add in there that aren't in there, please speak up. On the left are some really consistent things that you can count on. Miracle Mornings are the team. I know it's hard if you're on the West Coast, but if you're on the East Coast or any other coast, I just think West is the hardest. And you want to hop on, it's a great way to get some Miracle Morning in, get you can work out, you can do anything. Amanda's on. I have not been on as much. I need to get back. It's like a little bit hard for me because I almost like it runs me too late with getting to work. But I know that Amanda does it really consistently, and I think it's been. Do you want to say something about it, Amanda?
Yeah, sure. It's funny you brought it up because I have a challenger that's been thinking about coaching for a little bit. She started her first challenge group in January, and today was the first day that she got on the Miracle Morning because she's been wanting to work out earlier, and I've been wanting to work out earlier. Just now that I'm doing 80-day obsession, it's a longer workout. So anyway, long story short, her and I got on like at the same time, and we worked out like perfectly in sync. It was like we were in the same room and like the same studio or something, and she just felt so like connected to all of us, and she wants to like get on the next like coaching opportunity call, which is really cool, because for her this is all about community, which to me is the same thing. So it kind of keeps me accountable to either working or to working out, and like just starting my day on that page. And I usually like to do a devotion and daily affirmations during that time too, if I can swing it with my baby waking up at 4:30. But yeah, it's great accountability, if anything.
That's awesome. Yeah, I would highly recommend it. And if anybody wants to create, I know we have a bunch of West Coast coaches, and I would think that if anybody wanted to start one for another time zone, it would probably be really well received. So, Julie, just something to think about. You don't really have to do anything to host it. You just have to log into Zoom. I'm wondering if we could even just keep Tracy's Zoom open longer.
Yeah.
So that other people could hop in. Maybe I'll talk to Tracy about that, and we can keep hers open a little bit longer. If somebody else kind of takes it over, then it's easy. So if anyone's interested in that, just let me know. Team calls, and I'll put the Zoom link. Well, the Zoom link is in Faithfully Fit. It's in the announcements of Faithfully Fit. And Tina, once you've done your first module, you'll then, part of that is like getting set up with being in the Faithfully Fit group also. So that's like
okay.
the bigger team. So as soon as you do that first module, one of the things that it is in there is, requests to be added to that group. And so you'll see everything in there. We have our
Okay.
weekly calls on the Beachbody Champions page. Tracy talked about this on our big call. There's an action hour every week, every Tuesday. I'm actually, I can't log into it because of my work schedule, but I think I'm going to start watching the recordings because I think that they'll be helpful. And then the National Wake Up Call. Again, not something that I generally watch live. Sometimes if my prep period or lunch overlaps, I will, but I always watch the recording and I always get something out of it. In our calendar, I have all those things. I also have the new Coach Launchpad scheduled. That's Tracy's. I think Catherine is signed up for it. I think that's a great resource for anybody. I have some suggestions for things you could do for daily posts. And, just some general, like basics, like when things are going on sale. I did not put on, and I should have, on the 18th is when Portion Fix goes on sale for customers. Right now it's only on sale for coaches. And that'll be the 18th. We'll start our next challenge group Monday. I've talked about that a little bit. So let's talk in the group about who's got who, and we'll get that set up. And I know I'm behind on all of this with having been sick, and I apologize. I'm trying to play catch up. And then that will roll. I have somebody who just bought the Transform 20. So I think with this group, we'll encourage 21-day fix, but if people are doing something else, that's fine. Like, I'm not going to require it for this, but I think a lot of us will be doing it. And then we'll have to figure out how we want to. I think when we launch with the live on April 1st, we'll want to have a group that's, dedicated to the new 21-day fix, people who are doing that. And then we can have a mixed group if we have a need for that for other. One thing that I don't have on here that I mentioned here, and I'll just say this real quick because Amanda was mentioning it too. There are new coach calls that you can be part of, sneak peeks through Faithfully Fit. I am going to be running, and I'm just going to schedule it. I'm not doing it as part of the Faithfully Fit. I'm going to take a look at I have a PowerPoint, but I'm going to take a look at the updates that Tracy's making to the PowerPoint. But I have 2 or 3 coaches. Catherine has a coach. If any, it's a good opportunity to start talking to people and saying, hey, we're going to do a 30-minute call. It's a sneak peek. It's a great chance to just kind of see a little bit of what it's about. There is no commitment at all. It's just an FYI information way to gather information. If you're going to have coaches, we'll figure out a date that works for all of us. I think what I'll probably do is put a little poll in our Facebook group, and you can tell me I'll put a few different times that would work for me, and you guys can tell me what works for you. If you know that you have at least one person and you want to take a slide or 2 of the presentation, we can, I'll share, we'll all have access to it. And that way you can talk a little bit, and it's not just me talking the whole time, which I think would be great. And then they get, everyone gets more of a feel for more of the team. And I think so much of what brings people to this, I know it's one of the biggest things that brought not that brought me in because the team was growing, but that kept me in with, it just being part of such an amazing group of people was something so inspiring to me. So that is, so I'll put something up in the group about that. This is the other kind of, there's a big calendar, like the year calendar that I put in, but this is the other piece. This is Tracy's, and I've posted this in the group. So this is what the coaching opportunity calls if you want to be part of the Faithfully Fit ones. And if that timing works for you, then definitely go for it. But as I said, we will also have our own. And then these are the new coach launchpad. And next Monday night is a whole Faithfully Fit. So once a month, there will be a Faithfully Fit Surge call with the whole big team. Weekly goals. So I put this up here, up in the group. And what I did was I'm in one of the other coach groups. And in that group, it's Juliet's group. And in that group, she asks everybody weekly to set their goals. I cut and pasted some of the different goals. And I put them in there because I want you to see that there really is a huge variety. I mean, there's inviting 75 people and there's starting 5 new conversations. Depends, it really depends on where you are in your coaching, and that's okay. I'm further along in my coaching, but, whereas like Juliet has down that she's inviting 150 people with another full-time job, I have to be realistic and I'd love to do that, but I don't have time to make that happen in a matter of a couple of days. That's just not my reality. So set goals that are realistic for you and then stretch them a little bit. So if you say, all right, I think I could do 5 invites this week, make it 8, just go a little further. And you can also have different. You could say, I'm going to increase my friend network by 20 people this week, and I'm going to start 5 new conversations, and I'm going to do 5 follow-ups. You could have things like, I'm going to set my freemium. I'm going to be better, be consistent about my Instagram stories. Like that's something I'm working on really actively, is being more consistent about my stories. It's really whatever works for you, but then I want you to push yourself. I don't want you to stay. We've talked about this before. Don't stay just where it's safe, because we can all do more than that. So, but that doesn't mean that you need to, if you think 5, that doesn't mean you need to go to 100. There's a balance in there of what's realistic. But think big. Think bigger than what you're thinking. That's what goals are about. When we stay super safe in our goals, they're not really goals, because goals are something that we need to work to reach. And if we don't really need to work, if we don't really need to stretch ourselves, then it's not really the goal. We're kind of already there. I really, really want you guys to post weekly goals, and I'm going to do the same thing. We need to hold each other accountable for those goals, and we need to hold ourselves accountable. And by posting it, we do that. And again, do it within what feels right for you. Do it within what fits with where you are right then. And one week your goals may look one way, and another week they may look another way, and that's fine. That's fine. It's going to look like that. It's going to change. When I go to Colorado in April for a week, I'm going to work, but I'm not going to work as much. I'm going to work on the plane each way. And then I'll do some work. I'll do posting, but I'm not, I'm going to be on vacation with my family for a week, and that's going to be my focus. And that's okay. Because if you work another kind of job and you take a week vacation, you're still checking in, but you're on vacation. So it's okay to have things look different, but it's still important to set some goals and use the tracker, that activity tracker that is, I put it in our page, the success tracker. We talked about it on one of the calls. It's a really good tracker. It really is. It will help you if you use it. I think you'll start to see growth just by being consistent about it. And because it's going to be a whole lot easier to figure out who you're going back to, you know, what you're doing with all of that. Okay. Portion fix. Before I get to any questions or anything about all the stuff that I just covered? You guys good?
Nope.
I'm kind of flying through it. Sorry, I don't want to keep everyone on all night. All right, portion fix. It is more than okay if you feel overwhelmed. We seriously, there is so much freaking information out there. Everyone does. I mean, I was Voxing Tracy the other day because I was like, oh my gosh, I'm sick. I'm drowning in this information. I can't handle the rollout. Like, I don't know what to do. And she's like, don't worry, it's okay. She's right. There's a huge amount of information, but this isn't fully rolling out yet. It's only on sale for coaches right now. It doesn't go on sale for customers for a couple weeks. And then it doesn't start for a couple weeks after that. So we have time. So breathe. Don't sit back and put your feet up and go, all right, whatever, I'll get to it later. Start, but you can pace yourself. You don't need to feel like you need to learn it all instantly. It's okay. And I don't think that there's a coach
So
what?
I was going to say, is there a way you can kind of summarize what it's about, the portion fix?
Well, so basically, and I'm going to put a lot of links in I'm going to put a lot of links and things into the coach page. But basically what this is it is the anniversary, the 5th anniversary of 21 Day Fix, which was truly the first nutrition. So when Beachbody started, and some of you may know this and some of you not, when Beachbody started, it was just workouts. It was like P90 and the original Insanity, and it was Shailene's stuff. It was just workouts. Then Shakeology was developed, and part of what was behind Shakeology is that Carl's wife helped develop it, and because that was a passion of hers. And that was a long time in development because they wanted to get it right. And the coach piece also had to develop because in the beginning there weren't coaches. And then the nutrition piece came along, and it came along with 21 Day Fix. And that really started to make Beachbody into this more all-encompassing company where they truly could meet all of these different needs. With this release, the Ultimate Portion Fix, and if you watch some of these videos, and I'll put the links in, Autumn is she's taking the nutrition plan and she's going deeper. So she's getting into the whys of the containers, like the science behind it, the understanding why it works and what's going on with it. Instead of just, here, eat this yellow, here, eat this green, to understand what you're doing and why you're doing it. She's including family stuff, how to make it work for, how to pack kids' lunches, how to make it work on a really day-to-day basis. And it's also because when 21 Day Fix began, the containers were only associated with 21 Day Fix. And now they're linked with every program that comes out. And it's going to be this whole shift where when we're working with people, we can figure out what nutrition program is the best for them. Are they better off with 21 Day Fix, or are they better off with 2B Mindset? And we can figure that out based on, as we ask them questions and see what the best option is for them. And the workouts are going to be live, like 80 Day Obsession. They are going to be
all of them.
What?
Okay.
Yeah, they're all going to be. They're going to be.
I was wondering how that works when they're live. What does that mean?
It means they are recording them live. And
I mean, are they actually live, or are they have more of them?
they're actually being recorded live. So when we watch it, obviously it's
Okay.
recorded, because unless you happen to be doing it the exact same time as there were,
And
But-
they're unique too,
Right.
which I know from talking to some people that did 21 Day Fix back in the day. It's like the newer Beachbody programs, where every single workout is unique. So there's 21 unique 21 Day Fix workouts and
Yes.
21
Mhm.
unique 21 Day Fix extreme workouts. And I know that when Autumn's 80 Day Obsession came out last year, it had a really big following because people got to know the cast. They would watch this reality show. So you'll see, like, when we all went to Summit, there were cast members there, and like people were like flocking to them, and like
I have pictures with Donald.
yeah, exactly.
Yes.
So it's really cool when you get to be a part of something live like that. But I think Pam explained it great. Like every single thing she said, like, because I've been trying to like just eat and breathe, like, this launch for the last couple of days. And
Mhm.
it's funny, it reminds me of so much, Pam, of one of Alicia's goals. I remember Alicia saying that she wanted to create a library taking people through 21 Day Fix.
Yeah.
That is exactly what this Ultimate Portion Fix is. It's a library, and it takes so much. Like, we're still, like, as coaches, like, we're still changing lives. But this program is similar to 2B Mindset, but in my mind, like, even more elaborate, because it's giving people the resources to like really steer their health and to really, like she said, like understand these containers. Before it was just okay, I have this green container, I have to have 4 of them. But when you actually understand something, and why you're feeding your body that, and now why you're giving it to your family, and why it's not just about your weight loss, like it's going to be huge.
I'm really excited about
Mhm.
the training, because I feel like combining this training with what I know with my training for 2B Mindset, having the certification in both, I feel like is going, no matter what program people choose to do, I feel like I'm going to know so much more about nutrition because of it. And I'm going to be able to really help people more. And I think I'm going to be able to help myself more, because I think I'm going to be able to take the best of both and
Right.
really make it work.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, I think it's going to be incredible. What I am doing and let me go to the Facebook page. What I am doing in our coach page. Oh, that reminds me. What I was going to say when I was saying that everybody is overwhelmed by it. We have a push group, like a group that's for our, for the new leader group that I was in. And all these people who are rapidly growing teams and growing like crazy, are just as overwhelmed as everyone is. Everyone's feeling like there's so much information. So what I will do, and what I started doing, but I'm going to do more, I'll have one post. Let's see. I did this. I'm going to add in the comments of this post, there's another one, all the different links to all the different videos, the training videos. So there will be one post that has links to both the Beachbody ones and a couple of the ones that Tracy has done. So you don't have to go searching everywhere. You can go to one post. You can stare at Kevin Shaw, who's like such a nice guy. And there's for some reason it's saying it's not available. I wonder if they changed it. I'll have to check on that. But that's weird. I'll put all the links to that in here. I've also started creating an album, if you go to photos and you go to albums, I am creating an Ultimate Portion Fix album. I'm going to put all the different graphics. These here, these little videos, somebody in my group from New Leader is insanely amazing at graphics and is sharing tons of stuff with us. And she created these for Instagram stories. All you need to do is save them to your phone. And then one more, like I may do it tomorrow or the next day. I'm starting to breadcrumb more about it. And so I'm going to breadcrumb, I think, for a day or two more and then put these up. You can just do just put them in your stories, boom, 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 and people will watch them. And then like this one has a, where people can just message with it. It's like the final one, but it's got great information and it's really well done. But I have a lot more, so I'm going to create. I also have some graphics that talk about the difference between To Be Mindset and Portion Fix, things like that. So I'm going to, you'll be able to go to this album to find photos. The other thing that I'm going to have is I'm going to create, I'm taking stuff from Tracy's, stuff from Alicia's, stuff from mine, and I'm going to create a Google Doc that's going to have different formats of letters, of emails, of notes that you can use to send to people. Some will be for past customers, some will be for brand new relationships, all different kinds of things. So there's going to be, and I'm working on it today, working on it over the next couple days. By the end of this week, you will have in our group page every resource, hopefully, that you could possibly need to be able to just go to it and utilize. And if you create something, add it in there so that we can all benefit from it. I want it to be organized for you so that you can easily go in. Like what I'll do is, like I put in here, originally I'd put like one of Alicia's emails that I had played with and changed a little. But instead of having lots of posts like that, I'm just going to create one Google Doc that you'll all have access to, and that I'll put a link to in here. And that way you can just go and get the information. And it'll be really easy to work with. That's my goal for all of you, to make, just to simplify it. I think that's going to be, to me, I feel like that's going to be the easiest way, because I'm pulling stuff from the Beachbody page, from Faithfully Fit, from the Faithfully Fit Diamond group. Like there's stuff in every group. And this way I'm just going to kind of pull it all together in one place so that you guys don't have to go hunting for it all. And that'll simplify it. That's my plan with that. And, just be talking about it on Facebook and in your stories, and be reaching out to people. I don't know if you all know how to create Google Forms. If you haven't done it, all you have to do, you go into Google Forms and you can create, and you can cut and paste out of mine. I'll put the link in, but you want it to be, I've cut and paste out of Tracy's, and I've used these before. But I've been relying probably more on Tracy's stuff just because of having been sick and not wanting to reinvent the wheel. It's a really great way when you email somebody to just include a link to this, and people will fill it out ideally, and you'll just have information on them that you can kind of file away. You'll know a place to start. We know that the best way to help somebody is by asking questions. The more we know what people need, the more we can help them. because there's not a one size fits all answer. So it's really great, and you don't have to use it. You can just ask questions, but it's a really great way to gather information and just then you hang on to it, and it'll dump it into a spreadsheet for you, and just it makes it really easy to work with. If anybody needs me to if anybody's never used it and you want me to give you a quick tutorial, let me know and I can do a quick video on how to create it. All right, that was a ton of info. Questions? Or just need to process, watch this again?
No, I really like those forums. I think it takes pressure off of people to like respond directly. And it sounds silly, but it really does. It's also cool to have something like that like in your Instagram profile, or to copy and paste it in like one of your challenge group call to action posts. Because again, people don't have to like necessarily message you. It's the same concept as putting like a poll in your stories or something.
Yep.
And I've been paying for Wufoo. Why, I don't know, when I could be doing these Google Forms for free. So I'm actually like canceling my Wufoo account this week. I don't use anyone, but it's something that Tracy on our team uses, and this is so much cheaper and more efficient. So I'm gonna do this moving forward.
Yeah. All right, guys, we are just about out of time. It's going to cut us off. I'll post the recording. If you have questions, just post them in there. Go post your goals. That's your homework. All right.
Thanks, Pam.
Have a good night, you guys.
Guys.
Thank you. Nice to meet you all.
Okay.
Bye,
So glad you
Amanda.
came
Nice
back.
to meet you.